Hello, this is Mr. Stansbury. I'm going to take you through the notes on multiplying polynomials. At the end of this, you should be able to say I can multiply various degree polynomials. Okay, so we're simply going to go through and multiply these all together, and that'll be all that we're going to need. So first thing says, well, all of these say find each product. Now, we've done this before. So you can either do the, some people call it double distributive, whatever. I'm going to show you the stack on this one because it's going to come in especially helpful when we get to these two. But you can also still do your, if you really like that distributing piece, you can do that with these as well. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to move this underneath x plus 2. So I just move that under. And then now we're going to remember to multiply straight across. So 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. 2 times x is 2x. We often put a 0 in there to hold the spot. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. So I'm going to line that up underneath my other x's. So negative 3x. And then x times x is x squared. Add these together. We get negative 6 here. 2x minus 3x is negative 1x, or simply negative x. And then x squared minus x minus 6. And that is our product. That's our answer. Okay. This one here, same idea. Only thing a little different about this is it's got different powers than what we're used to seeing. So it's going to be okay. We're going to make it work. So we're going to simply move this under here. X squared minus 5. And now that's gone here. So we're going to do the same idea. Negative 5 times 2x is negative 10x. And then negative 5 times x cubed is negative 5x cubed. I'm going to leave a space here and put my negative 5x cubed over here just in case there happens to be an x squared. Because if you'll notice, we don't have an x squared with this one, but on here we might. We actually don't end up with one, but just in case, it's kind of a good practice. So anyway, so we did negative 5 times 2x and negative 5 times x cubed. Got those two. Now we're going to move to this one. X squared times 2x to the first. That's going to be 2x to the third. So I'm going to put that underneath the other x to the third. So minus 2x cubed. And then x squared times x to the third is our last thing. So I'm just going to write x to the fifth there. And we're going to add everything together. Negative 10x, negative 5x cubed, and negative 2x cubed is negative 7x cubed. And then we have simply the x to the fifth. So we have x to the fifth minus 7x cubed minus 10x. Okay? This one here is where it gets a little interesting because you can't really, you can do the distributive, but it's not double distributive. Now you're distributing 3 things to each. So you'd have to do, if you wanted to do the distributive piece, because some people like to do x cubed times x cubed times 5, and then 2x times x squared and 2x times 5. That's totally fine. If you're going to do that, what you'd want to do over here is you want to go x squared times 2x, x squared times 3, and then we're also going to have to go 3x times 2x and 3x times 3, and then you're also going to have to do negative 5 times both of these. So negative 5 times 2x and negative 5 times 3. So it gets a little confusing with all the arrows. So I'm going to show you the stack method instead. Okay, so I'm simply going to take this one here, especially since it's the smaller one, makes it a little bit easier. I'm going to just put it right, move it right underneath here. 2x plus 3. And now that's gone. And we're simply going to multiply across. So 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. 3 times 3x is 9x. And that's to the first. So this is nice. It's kind of lining itself up well. 3 times x squared is 3x squared. So look, we've got constants, x's, x squared. So this is nice. 2x times negative 5. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. And then we've got just x to the first. So it's going to slip in right here, negative 10x. And this is a plus here. That's a 9, not a g, but that's okay. 2x times 3x. 2 times 3 is 6. X times x is x squared. So we got 6x squared. I'm going to line it up with this other x squared. So positive 6x squared. And then 2x times x squared gives me 2x cubed. And then again, we simply just add everything up together here. Negative 15. Well, at least the common terms here. 9x minus 10x is negative x, or negative 1x. 3x squared and 6x squared added together gives us 9x squared. And then we simply just bring down our 2x cubed, and that is our solution. That's what these two multiplied together give us. Okay? Got one more to do, but before we do that, let's take a quick comedy break.
Tarts box, they have directions on there. Can there be a simpler food item than Pop-Tarts? Like if the directions weren't on there, would somebody, what the? How do I get that goodness in me? What do you do? How do you get it done? You read, man. That's what you do. They have two sets of directions. In case you don't understand one set, you abandon that whole track and get on something a little easier for yourself. They have a set of toaster directions, which, believe it or not, is more than one step. How could there possibly be more than one step? I can only think of one. Step one, toast the Pop-Tarts. Go ahead, toast them. Hey, are you still reading this?
All right. Let's take a look at this last one here. Again, if you want to do the distributive piece, you got to make sure that you get multiply each one in this first one by each one in the second one. So you're going to have to go this times, like here, we'll just draw it out. That times that, that times that, that times that. 2x times all of these. And then the 5 times all of these as well. So you get a lot of lines going on there, but as long as you've got them all and it works for you, you go right on ahead. I'm going to move this underneath like I've been doing these other ones here. So I've got 3x squared minus 6x and plus 1. So now that's underneath. So I'm going to just simply multiply all these together, and I'm just kind of try to organize it so that it all lines up well with each other. So 1 times 5 is 5. So this is going to be all my constants here. 1 times 2x is 2x. All right, so that's going to be the x's. And then 1 times x cubed is x cubed. I'm going to leave a open spot here for my x squareds in case I get any of those. And I'm going to leave my x cubed over here. Okay. Now, we've done this one. Now we're going to do the negative 6x. So maybe once you're done, you can cross it out, do whatever you want. Negative 6 times 5 is negative 30x. So I'm going to line that up with my x's. So negative 30x. Negative 6 times 2 is negative 12. And then x times x is x squared. So put that in this blank spot that we left for the x squareds. And then negative 6 times 1 is negative 6. And then we have x to the first times x to the third is x to the fourth. So that's going to be negative 6x to the fourth. I'm going to put that way out here because we don't have any x cubes in this second line here. Okay. Get rid of that one. And now we're going to do 3x times all of these as well. So it's really doing the same thing as the double distributive. It's just a little bit different process. So 3 times 5 is 15, and that's x squared. So I'm going to put that in with the other x squareds, line it up. So we got 15x squared. 3 times 2 is 6. X squared times x is x cubed. So that's 6x cubed. So I'm going to put that underneath the other x cubed. And then 3 times 1 is 3. And then x to the third times x to the second. We add those exponents, and that's x to the fifth. So that's 3x to the fifth. So I'm going to put that out here because there's no other x to the fifths. And now I'm going to add everything together. There's 5. 2x minus 30x is negative 28x. 12x, negative 12x, and positive, negative 12x squared and positive 15x squared gives us 3x squareds. 6x cubed and a positive x cubed, positive 1, right, is 7x cubed. And then we've got negative 6x to the fourth is just going to drop straight down. There's nothing else to add that to. And then 3x to the fifth, there's nothing to add that to as well. So we bring that straight down, and there is the answer to these two trinomials, because there's 3 terms, 2 trinomials multiplied together. Okay? Okay, that's all we have for multiplying polynomials. If you have any further questions, please feel free to ask. Thanks.